Okay, we're doing a bunny. I took a picture of him. We had a bunny that fell in our window well in Colorado. Poor guy. He wasn't not, they have slats so the snow can go through. Anyway, poor little guy. So I'm drawing him out. I'm just kind of looking at his, not just kind of, I'm looking at his face. And he's pointed kind of this way. So I'm going to get that axis going. So I can keep that. And he got a little bunny nose. And this will be smaller on this side. That's how that'll work. And then here's this little bunny eye, which is flatter on the top and rounder at the bottom. And it does kind of point out like a almond. We were talking about that last time. Okay, and this right here is going to be his. I'm going to keep that because that's going to be where his little sparkle is. Okay. And we have his ears. They're not quite that big, actually. Of course, they are bunny ears. That one's flopped over. Then we have an eye here. He's white right here. So I'm going to mark that. And he's got white right here. Okay. And actually, it's up here. That's white. And then a little white right here. And he's white. He looks a little, I don't like where that little mark is for his, he looks kind of angry. Okay. We'll try to make him a little more friendly. And he still looks angry. Maybe it's this line. Okay. Guess he's got a little spot here. Okay. He'll look better. He won't look angry when I'm through. Okay. I think that needs to go down. Okay. So I'm going to put him in the grass, though. Obviously don't want to paint him in the window well, so, you know, there's that. Okay. This, I'm starting up here, okay? And then this has a little pink. And there we go. That's a nice little shade. Okay. I think we're going to give him really big eyes. Maybe that's the problem. He doesn't have big eyes. Okay. And then this right here is white. So I'm going to lift that up. Okay. And see how this is dry brush, because I want it to look like it's folding in a little bit. And okay. All right. Well. I hope he's not going to look like a chihuahua when I'm done. Okay. Oh. using two different browns. I'm using like a burnt umber and then a Rossi and a yellow ochre mix for you guys. And here's its little nose. Do you want to make sure this is okay? This is dry. I think, let's see, I just want to make sure it doesn't look like a, no, I want him to look like a rabbit, you know? Okay. Just popping it around. Okay, so I'm going to try this eyeball and see how we do. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing with, I'm putting in that yellow tone. Because it does have a big eye. There. And we're going to put it right there. And then we're going to okay. I think this goes up a little bit. And then Oh, good. He's looking bunny-esque. And this is all kind of a white fur. You want to keep it white. He's a gray, kind of a grayish. Ooh. Okay. All right. Whew, I'm tired. Do you look like a bunny? That is the question. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do the sky around him. And then I'm going to just do... Okay, so a friend of mine did this. Looks like a little sassy rabbit. Her name is Angie Lilladell. I think I'm saying it right. Right there. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to add some color on top of this bunny just to be, you know, just to have fun. It's a bunny. So anyway, and some flowers. But we're going to do the sky. I'm wetting it. Okay. And then I'm taking my cobalt blue. Actually, I'm going to, well, I'll put the cobalt blue in first. You know what? Sometimes you want to bring your color into your subject so it doesn't look outlined. And this is darker. So this is the lighter side. So actually the darker side, we're going to want that over here. So let me, and I have a little pink in there. I like that. Okay. So let's make this much darker over here. And I'm going to get close. We're going to put some flowers. These are going to become flowers. Not that. That's not a flower. Okay. Put a little pink. We went and bought flowers today. And tomorrow after class, I'm going to get to put them in. Okay. And so then what I do with this, you know, is not that, wow, is it wrong? Wrong. Okay. So I'm just making these into flowers. It's right here, you know. Little snapdragons. We didn't buy any, but we do love them. We had them in Colorado. They're gorgeous. I don't know. How do snapdragons do here? Does anybody know? Okay, and then we already have some of that. Okay. And I don't want that to come up that high. Okay. So then we'll get a green. Okay. Wow. All right. I kind of like it. All right. So we have that. And now we are going to not take ourselves seriously. And we're going to put in color just randomly. And so where it would be dark, we're going to have purple. And he's got a little dark right there. A little dark under his eyes. Right under here. And right there. And there. Okay. And then we're going to put in a little blue. Pump, 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 pump. A little pink. Nose. Splash in. She did it really wet. Honestly, she likes Yupo, so maybe she used Yupo. I don't know. But we're just gonna let it go. Don't be particular, okay? Just let it flood out. And I need a bigger brush. I'll use this. Oh, I like that color. That's fun, isn't it? This is like a phthalo. Do y'all have a phthalo? Okay. So I'm going to let him dry. We're going to do, so you don't have to do that, you know, just, and I'm going to see how, this would be his, maybe put a little bunny tail back there. Oh, I don't know if I want to put red. That might not be good for a bunny. Huh? All right. We'll see how he does. And, you know, I'm going to have to clean him up a little bit. But I do like that in there. And he has this little thing going, doesn't he? Okay. All right. There's that. Now